Halito, this is Karissa Hodge with Missing Murdered Indigenous Women, Chahta. It's been a while since we've had an update. We are so thankful for Miss Rachel Youngman still allowing us to do this. We have been very busy. We've had lots of cases, and in June we had 8 cases in a week and a half. So that was pretty busy. In May 5th, we had a great MMIW Awareness Day at the Choctaw Nation headquarters. It was beautiful. We had over 100 people in attendance, and we were on multiple news channels. So that was great for our team. This month, we've assisted only in 2 cases, and both of them have been domestic violence cases. I know that, it's not missing and murdered cases, but we do as well, since we have funding, help with those, because when you are in a domestic violence situation, it puts you more at risk. So if anybody's listening that is going through a domestic violence situation, men or women, please reach out to us, and we will help you and show you any resources that we know of and get you away from the situation. Another thing I want to talk about is MMIW Chahta is having our annual women's conference. So this is the 2nd year in a row, and we are super excited. If you go on to our Facebook, you will see that you can purchase tickets online. They're only $20. They're very cheap. Our event is September 13th from 12 p.m. to 3 p.m. Lunch is provided. So basically what it is we want to have you grow with us and listen to powerful Native women speak empowerment and growth into you. We want you to know that no matter where you come from, culturally, demographically, financially, no matter if you've been through any kind of trauma in your life, that you can start a new life and conquer any goal that you may have starting today. We hope to bring you inspiration and strength and a networking opportunity. So we have really great speakers this year. Shauna Smith, she specializes in domestic violence, prevention, and intervention. She speaks on the values of date rape prevention, HIV and STD, and pregnancy prevention. So that's for, all of us, but she speaks with our students and things like that. Miss Kara Bacon, she's our returning person. So she comes to us with a doctorate from the University of Oklahoma of law with an emphasis, of Native American law. She's handled many cases, including juvenile, delinquent, deprived, criminal felony, criminal misdemeanor, and later primarily prosecuted against violent sex crimes and violent crimes. She actually coordinated the community response team of Together We Heal. It was a big walk to raise awareness about domestic violence. She's raised lots of funds for our victims of domestic violence. She's also our lead prosecuting attorney for the Choctaw Nation of Oklahoma. So we're very proud to have her. We have Miss Brenda Golden. She is new. Not new to what she does, but new for us. She is a Native attorney that came from poverty. She went through abuse herself, and she fought really hard to overcome her circumstances. Miss Brenda graduated law school at 51 years old with 2 advanced degrees and now owns her own law firm. So I know that we have so much to learn from her. We have Miss Diana Clark. She is a missile operator for the U.S. Army. She is also Native. We have Miss Beck Tutchin. I know I pronounced her name wrong, Beck. I'm so sorry. She is on the New Mexico Federation of Native Women and is a tribal field rep for the U.S. House of Representatives. I had the honor of meeting her in Washington last year, and she's coming all the way from New Mexico to come shine some light and be a beacon in our area, and I'm so thankful for her. Another little tidbit is her and her daughter started the whole Rock Your Mocks. So we're going to learn so much from her. We have also Taylor Stewart. She is a returning speaker. She is a domestic violence survivor, a mother of 5, a speaker against postpartum PTSD, anxiety, depression, and domestic violence. She is a strong advocate for suicide awareness, mental health, and is a social media influencer with over 30,000 followers. So we are super excited. Please come join us at our women's conference. We hope to see you. We also, while I'm speaking on that, want to give a huge shout out to Phillips Murrah, Murrah. So they are a law firm, Alpha International Global Legal Network. They're based out of Oklahoma City, and they actually purchased a sponsorship for us to provide everyone lunches. So they actually gave us $1,500 so that we can all eat good and help spread awareness of all these wonderful things that these women are going to be bringing, because we're going to be paying for some of their rooms and some gas reimbursements because they're speaking for free. And as I have already said, these women are very intelligent and very known throughout Indian country. So we appreciate them all. We definitely appreciate this law firm, and we also appreciate Clever, because Clever is actually who reached out to this law firm on our behalf, and they thought that they would be a perfect candidate for sponsoring this, and they were right. So we are super thankful. I want to give a big shout out to Beck also. Beck Abshire is our she's on our board. She's also our Starbucks representative. So she handles all of that stuff, but she's also stepped in quite a bit because we have no secretary. So she has stepped up and really went above and beyond and landed this for us so that everyone can grow and learn and be in a comfortable environment. So this environment will be held in Durant at the Bell Tower. Same place we had it last year, but we have a different side. So we have a bigger venue. So we're able to host 120 of you this year. So we are very, very thankful for that. Another thing I want to kind of bring to our attention is something not so happy, but I'm doing it because it's needed. So a case was brought to me in April, and it actually had happened in February. So we did not know much about it until they reached out to us, and I apologize to the family that it's taken us this long to get this out, but we needed to wait a little bit. There's been a lot of things that have transpired against this, but one thing that we are here for is our tribal members, and we need to raise awareness for things that are happening not only in Indian country but definitely on our reservation. So there was a young man in February that was attacked and punched, hung on a barn, placed in a dog cage. A gun was put to his face and his life was threatened. They fired shots at the ground in his direction. He was then handcuffed and taken into the barn and cuffed on a trailer and beaten and whipped with a horsewhip. This young man was not only a young man, but he was a minor. They then put the gun back on him and said that he was in the wrong county. The problem about this is this young boy is Choctaw, and he was on his Choctaw reservation. They then handcuffed him to the barn rafters and beat him more and whipped him more. Then a deputy named Glasgow helped uncuff the young man that shall be unnamed for a while, and told him to leave. So the young man started walking from Indianola to Crowder with no shoes. Thankfully, a person heading to work picked him up and took him to his brother's house, and they took him to a hospital in McAllister. Deputy Glasgow went to the hospital and talked with the young man and informed him he could charge him with assault for kicking one of the perps while trying to get away. Later, the mom and the family has been trying to get the medical records from McAllister Hospital so they could take him to the Choctaw Clinic to see if he had a concussion or a fractured wrist. The hospital wouldn't release the records. A lawyer had to call and threaten legal action to get medical records released. The lawyer went to Pittsburgh County DA and spoke to an investigator who then turned the case over to OSBI. The family has been stonewalled since OSBI got on the case. The perpetrators should have in their possessions this young man's driver's license, and the county sheriff's department won't get it. They told him just to get another one. Sheriff Chris Morris personally told this family member he was calling the tribe that day to inform them of the crime, and according to the tribal police chief, he never did. I will not release the name of these family members, but I will tell you that the pictures that I received of this young boy are very disturbing. And I hope that us speaking out and you allowing us, Rachel, to share this on in your space will open everyone's eyes to realize that this really does happen, not only in Indian country, but on our reservations. We really need to look out for each other, speak out for each other, and help each other in any way possible. This mother has been fighting alone. This family has been fighting alone. And MMIW Chahta is ready to stand behind them. We've been standing behind them silently this whole time. There's a lot of things going on in that county that we were trying to wait for to make sure the family, basically the family's safety is first in our mind. So I do ask, if you know anything about this incident, please contact OSBI. Please contact McAllister Police Department. Please speak out to, you can reach out to us or the family member, because we just want to support them and try to make sure that the people that are responsible for this are held accountable. That's about all the cases we have right now. We are still looking for an unidentified woman since January 12th, 2022. We haven't gotten really far with that. But we do have a police training scheduled for human trafficking October 2nd and 3rd. It's going to be in Oklahoma City. This is a free training for any law enforcement. You don't have to be tribal. You can be any law enforcement, Texas, Oklahoma. We are going to get you some certified hours. We're going to provide food, provide one of the best trainings that around the United States. It's from the Human Trafficking Training Center. We want you to network and get to know each other, become friends, so that we can find our people faster. So I think that's all I have right now. I know I took up a lot of time, but we appreciate you. Yakoke, Rachel. Sorry that this one's not all happy, but unfortunately this is kind of what we live in. So I appreciate you all. Please join one of our events or reach out. We always need help. So, or please come to one of our learning opportunities, because all we want to do is grow our communities. Yakoke.